A new governor is in power as the political landscape in Wisconsin shifts, and the celebration kicks off with the inaugural ball. But after that, it's time to work to get the state's economy up and running again. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Eric Franke. First at 10, we've got team coverage of the inauguration of Scott Walker, the new Republican majority. Wisconsin lawmakers now preparing for a special session. We start with News 3 political reporter Jessica Arp live at the Monona Terrace inside the inaugural ball. Jess?
Well, the message tonight that the folks here are celebrating is one of business friendliness. Many folks here are business owners waiting to see what a special session meant to help them and create jobs will do for the state.
To kickstart our plan to create 250,000 jobs, I will call a special session of the state legislature starting today.
That special session call includes 7 reforms Scott Walker says should help create jobs, targeted at many business owners who are now celebrating with the newly minted governor.
The whole idea of saying, oh, we're open for business here in Wisconsin, I mean, it's beautiful, and it creates optimism, and perception becomes reality.
Russ Darrow, CEO of a chain of auto dealerships in the state, says tax cuts and regulatory reforms will help increase optimism that could drive him more business.
When the interest rate's low and you have good optimism about more jobs, and less taxes, that's what gets business going. That's really important to all small businesses.
Democrats, now in the minority, are questioning whether all the ideas are needed to help business.
I think there's certain bills that are easier to pass than others. Things that really fit within the rubric of economic development, I think, are much easier to contend with than things like the rulemaking process that really have nothing to do with economic development.
But Walker is calling for them all to be acted on quickly.
Our message is simple. Act swiftly, act decisively, and pass our jobs plan by the end of February. Let us get Wisconsin working again.
With tax cuts and regulatory reforms, there's also a measure in here that would require a supermajority to pass any kind of tax increase in the state, as well as to create a new public-private partnership to replace the Department of Commerce.
So, Jess, what's the next step with those bills then?
Well, Republican leaders and legislators in both houses plan to caucus on Wednesday of this week, and legislative leaders assure me that they will plan to take these measures all to committee, want to make sure this process is as open as possible. And as you heard, Scott Walker hopes to get these measures to his desk by the end of February.
Long day for News 3 political reporter Jess Garp. Started very early this morning. Jess, thanks for all your hard work today, live at Monona Terrace.